Good morning, my friends. Welcome back to another video. Right, I am outside my dad's house. He passed away 2 years ago now, and I have been painstakingly renovating this house, ready to let it out to somebody. And yeah, it will eventually be our retirement home. Me and Sharon have got our hearts set on this basically, but that's going to be about 3 or 4 years away yet. So it would be nice to get it rented out, get a little bit of income from it, hopefully get a few holidays out of it with a bit of luck, and then when we're ready we can downsize and move into this lovely 2-bedroom bungalow. So it overlooks the park here at Horden. I'll just flip it round. Come on, there you go. Okay, so it's a really nice area of Horden this, and believe me, there is some really rough areas of Horden, so to have a nice area of Horden is a good thing. So we'll let you have a quick look round and tell me what you think. But this is what I've been up to for the last 2 years now. Okay, my friend, so for security reasons I've covered up the number of the house, so we're not revealing that obviously, but that's why there's a piece of paper over the number. But let's go in and we'll have a look round. We've got the deck chair, and yeah, open that up and you've got some lovely views out there. So into the living room then. Yeah, there's been quite a few changes to this. Okay, now Dad went into the funeral home. No, he didn't. No, he went into a nursing home. I'm one step ahead there, really, aren't I? He went into a nursing home in January 2023, and roughly that's when this house became empty, if you like. Okay, so I've been working on it since effectively 2023, and in this living room here, the main issue was the decorating. It hadn't been decorated for a number of years. And for some reason, when my mum was alive, God rest her, the carving, she put in like an orangey colour, which seemed very strange. So obviously I've had to decorate in here, so I'll just quickly swing it round. Yeah, so all the walls needed painting. Like I said, the carving was like an orangey colour. We've kept the chandelier, so that's all right. We've kept the mirror. We've got a lovely gas fire there as well, so there's no need to change any of that. We've kept the sofa and the easy chair. Main reason being they're that big, I would have trouble getting them out the house, to be honest. So we've kept all of that. It's all cleaned up, so it's all nicely clean there. But everything else, in the living room has now gone. It's quite funny because I still get letters now addressed to the occupier from the TV licensing people. Well, there is no TV in the house. Now, I did contact them, obviously, when Dad went into the care home, that the house is unoccupied, and they said, yep, that won't be a problem, but every 6 months they will send documentation out asking if things have changed. Well, 2 years out the line, I've been threatened with court action and absolutely everything. Now, to be threatened with court action is really strange, because to be taken to court, they need to know the name of you. Well, the letters are just addressed to the occupier, so they've just gone in the bin. Oh, goodness me. So, we've nicely decorated in here. We've also put down a new carpet. So we've got lovely French doors as well, which they're all working. They're all oiled and cleaned and absolutely perfect. The curtains are quite nice, so we've saved the curtains. They're all good. But yeah, other than that, we've been hard at work. We did have a big wooden sideboard on that wall, which I had great delight in taking a sledgehammer to. So yeah, that's all good. Now then, I will let you into a little secret here. I said we had the carpets replaced, and we have, but somebody gave the carpet fitters the wrong measurements. Yes, it was me. So now, a man on a galloping horse won't notice this, but yeah, just in front of the bedroom doors and all the way along there, there's actually a strip of carpet being put in, because for some reason, unbeknown to me, I really cocked up with the measurements, and the carpet was about 1 foot too short. So, well, you know, I'm not perfect by a long way, but yeah, they were really good about it, to be fair, and they haven't charged me any extra for giving me that extra strip of carpet. But yeah, it all got done eventually. Okay, so this is a 2-bedroom bungalow, so we'll have a look at the front bedroom. Let's flip that round. There we go. Now, we did have issues with the window in here. The double glazed units, and the seal had gone basically on the main bit of window there, so that had to be replaced. And the locking mechanism at the top, it hadn't opened for about 6 years, my dad was saying, and yeah, I've had to have that all replaced, but everything's working fine now, as it should in there. So the front bedroom basically just needed redecorating again, so we've decorated all the walls. We've already got mirrored wardrobes installed there, so they're all good, and as in everywhere in the house, the carpet's been replaced as well. Now, funnily enough, I got the measurements right for this one, so this one's absolutely fine. Most of the rooms in the house had, where we're at here, there we go, most of them just had single sockets, so I've replaced all the single sockets with double ones, which also have the USB adapters in there as well. Now, the bed literally has hardly been slept on, because they had a mattress topper which is about 6 inches thick on top of the mattress, So that's all good. So whoever comes into here now, they won't need a bed. Okay, they've got a bed. So I'll just come through here. Yeah, so let me just flip round. I moved into this house back in 1977 with my mum and dad. My brother Malcolm had already moved out at that point. He'd gone off to university, but yeah, we originally moved in here 1977. I moved out in 1986 when I was 21, so that's when I left the family home here. So it's really strange to now be back in this room with so many memories, and to think that in 3, 4, maybe 5 years time I'll be retiring here as well. So yeah, it's all very weird. So we'll have a look in the back bedroom. There we go. Now bear in mind, this used to be my bedroom back in the day. So yeah, now again with this one, all we've had to do is decorate it from top to bottom. So we've really gone to town and made it looking really nice. It also needed the carpet replacing. So again, I got the measurements right for this one as well. So yeah, and we have another double bed, which is literally hardly been slept in, that one. So we'll keep that. Again, we had single sockets, so they've been replaced with doubles with the USBs, so you can charge your phone. So yeah, it's all very pleasant in here. Now, of course, back in the day, like I said, this used to be my bedroom, and on that wall just behind me there was my lovely poster of Linda Lusardi. Oh goodness me, I lived the high life back in the day. Okay, so the biggest project that I had to undertake was replacing the kitchen. Now, like I mentioned earlier, we moved into this house in 1977, so very nearly 50 years ago. And my late brother Malcolm, he refurbed the kitchen back in 1977 and it hasn't been touched since. So obviously, yeah, in that time, it all needed to be completely ripped out, completely gutted and started again. Now I've got a big shout out here to Mark at MJC Property Services. That guy has been absolutely amazing for me. He fitted the kitchen, absolutely did a first class job there. He also sorted the window out for me, did a first class job there. And I've got a little story to tell as well. He ended up helping me out again. So 3 times he's helped me with getting this house together. And it couldn't be done without him. But highly recommend MJC Property Services. Okay, my friends, so we'll have a look into the kitchen. Let's have a look and see what's being done in here. Like I said, this was the biggest issue I had when I took the house on. So, of course, it all needed decorating from top to bottom. So I've got a new light fitting up there, which gives a little bit more light now. Now, for some reason, when my mum was alive, she wanted this fridge freezer, and it's absolutely huge. So, yeah. The issue with that was where to put it, basically, because for some reason it was sat next to the cooker. Well, obviously you can't have a cooker next to your fridge freezer, So the good thing is the cooker was hardly used, so that's been a plus, if you like. But finding a home for that has been rather difficult. The only place I can think it can go is next to the airing cupboard. So yeah, that's where it is. So right next to the airing cupboard. So there's room here for a little table and chairs to go in. So yeah, the kitchen itself, this has all been replaced. So the cooker was already in here, but it wasn't in that location, it was further across. And all the kitchen units completely replaced there. So the tops, the bottoms, new sink. The washing machine was reasonably new, so again we've kept that, but every other thing in the kitchen has been completely replaced. So yeah, so this was the biggest challenge, if you like. So it's all very pleasant now. Put some USBs in that one, so yeah, all good. Well, I hope I've done Mum and Dad proud with the work I've done. It does look absolutely fantastic now. I'm really pleased with it. I've took my time with it. It's took a lot of paint, I have to say, because literally everywhere in the house needed painting, even to the likes of the front guttering, the back guttering. Oh yeah, it's been an absolute nightmare. I did have an issue in that this little passageway here, which just open the back door. Yep, I had issues in there because just when I thought everything was going really well, water was getting in through the roof, and the tiling that was up there was sort of like polystyrene type, and it was absolutely soaking wet. So that's, I'll just switch the light out, there we go. So that's all had to be repaired. Again, MJC Property Services did the job for me, an absolutely cracking price they charge for that, so that's amazing. That's my handiwork that's in there. So I had to rip out all the old tiling, replace it with the plastic cladding, and all that's gone very nice up there, so that all looks very pleasant. But that then takes me on to another issue I had with the house. When I was installing the light fitting, and yeah, it's a schoolboy error, I admit, I thought I'd screwed through one of the wires because the electric wouldn't come back on. Obviously I switched the electric off to do that job. The electric wouldn't come back on, and I thought I'd screwed through one of the wires. So just when Mark thought he'd finished everything in the house, I give him a call. Can you come back out, Mark? I think I've screwed through a wire. No problem, he said. So out he comes, has a look at it, and it turns out I hadn't screwed through a wire. All right, he says, let's have a look at your meters. So the electric meters in here, let me just swing round. They're up there in that cupboard up the top. Basically I'd had an issue with the electric meters, and a couple of parts needed replacing. So he did all that for me, got the power back on, and yeah, honestly this house has just been a case of just when you think it's ready, something else goes wrong. Okay, so that's all the kitchen all had to look at now. We'll have a look at the bathroom. Now, the good thing about the bathroom is Mum and Dad had already had that renovated, so that's already got a nice shower in there. It was very dirty, so it did need an extremely good clean. we replaced the toilet bowl in there because no matter how hard I scrubbed it, I could not get that clean. So Mark very kindly, when he did the kitchen, he installed a new toilet for me. So let's just have a quick look at the bathroom. So through here, there we go. We'll put some light on. There we go. So we have got a nice electric shower in there, all fully functioning, and for when I do come to retire, we've got the chair in there as well. Okay, so nice radiator there. So we've fitted brand new toilet in there, all that's brand new and absolutely spotless. Oh, hello. And the wash basin. Yeah, so really all I had to do in there was give it a damn good scrub from top to toe, and yeah, it's come up looking really nice in there, isn't it? Okay my friends, so this is the back of the house. What I had to do here was repaint all the gutter in there. All the paint was peeling off, so that's all been done, and that's about it back here, to be fair. But I did have an issue around this corner. Now in here back in the day was a shed. Now as the years have gone past, now bear in mind we installed this shed probably 1978 or so. Yeah, the old girl's had a good innings, hasn't she? But literally it was at an angle because the back had just sort of rotted away. The floor was totally rotting. I thought I could get away with like saving it and trying to do a repair on it, but no, the floor was absolutely rotten. So I had all that to clear out first of all. Then I took great joy in taking my sledgehammer and crowbar to it. I had great fun that Saturday, just absolutely smashing it to smithereens. Police interceptors would have been proud of me. If they need somewhere, if they need me to get in somewhere very, very quickly, my sledgehammer and crowbar would have them in there in no time. But yeah, I had a shed to clear, to demolish, and then fit in the back of my Vauxhall gear. It all went in there eventually. 5 trips to the tip later. Well, this certainly brings back many, many happy memories for me. Now, as many of you know, I have 4 girls, I have 4 children, and we used to visit their grandparents every Sunday. Basically, we'd come for Sunday tea. Now, we didn't want to overburden them with 4 children, so what we used to do is 2 of the kids would come with me to my mum and dad's here, and the other 2 would go and visit Sharon's mum and dad's, and that's how we used to alternated between week after week. So 2 would come here, 2 would go to Sharon, we'd have our teas, and then yeah, many happy memories. I'll just flip the camera. Now this chair here in front of the fire, this was my dad's chair. He would be sat in there, and Mum had a mobility chair which went just in front of the patio doors there. Obviously the TV on there. Now the TV used to be absolutely blaring out because both of them were obviously getting on in years. Both were a little bit hard of hearing, so the TV would be absolutely deafening. And for some reason my dad always used to put James Bond on. I'm not a James Bond fan. The kids weren't James Bond fans, and it was always quite funny because he would give the TV remote control to my mum, and at the end of James Bond films she would say, "I don't really like James Bond." Well, yeah, funnily enough, neither do we, but you sat and watched it on probably number 85 on the sound scale. Yeah, it was very deafening. So yeah, it's been a long journey, this one. It's been a lot harder than I thought it would be, and the last step is now to bring in a property management company. I've already been in touch with them, so they're going to come out and arrange a evaluation for the property. The plan is to let it out, but I want the letting agent to have sole control over everything. So they would literally manage the property, they would manage the rent for me, and literally do everything for me, because I know nothing about letting accommodation. It would be nice to get Durham County Council off my back. I've got a little bit of a bugbear with that, and it's actually the Labour government to blame. In May this year, they brought into being a rule that if you had technically what's called a second property, even though there's nobody living in it, they would charge a premium for the council tax. Now, I haven't got a problem about paying council tax for this property. It's my property, I should pay council tax, I totally agree. However, the premium for it was 100%. So, since April this year, I have been having to pay double the council tax for this property, as well as the property I currently live in with the family. So it's absolutely cost me an absolute arm and a leg. Yeah, it's absolutely a crazy situation. The sooner I get people into this property and they can pay the council tax, then the better. Okay, my friends, so that's it for this little video. I hope you've enjoyed it. This property has kept me busy now for 2.5 years, and I can honestly say it's been the most stressful time of my life so far. Just, you know, when you inherit a property like this, it's absolutely jam-packed. All the cupboards are full. If anybody would like a China tea service, I've got about 5 of them at home now. Honestly, the amount of clutter that you can, you build up over the years, and it's all had to go basically. Majority of it had to go. Obviously, I've kept some sentimental value artifacts there. I've kept all these lovely china tea sets, and they are amazing, but what I'm supposed to do with them, goodness only knows. If you have any ideas, put them in the comments down below. But yeah, it's a long slog. It's a painful slog at times. I've been absolutely done in at times when I've been working over here, and it's been problem after problem after problem, but we've overcome them all. When I first realized that I had this job to do, I came over with a blank piece of paper and a pen. 37 jobs later, that's what needed doing. So I've literally done 37 different things on this checklist that needed doing to get the house ready for either sale or rental property. And it is going to rental property, but yeah, 37 things needed doing. So I did it as a checklist format. Check that, boom, that's done, boom, that's done, that's done. However, the 37 things, you can add on probably another 10 things on top for unexpected events that occurred. So yeah, it's probably nearer 50 different things that needed to be done. So I've waffled on enough now. Thanks very much indeed for watching. Stay safe, stay positive. We'll see you very soon in the next one, guys. Bye bye.